Yeah, good day. Welcome to Hamplus Hub, a channel by Hamplus Technologies International. Today we'll be looking at how we can use cascade styling sheets. How we can use cascade styling sheets. A lot of web developers find it difficult at times to implement cascade styling sheets. So first and foremost, we'll go that there are three ways, as you can see, there are three ways you can use the cascade styling sheet. You can use it either inline, you can use it internally, or you can use it as an external way, in an external way. Now let's look at the inline styling. The inline styling makes use of the style attribute of the HTML tag. You know, every HTML tag have what they call the style attributes. So this style attribute is used by programmers and web developers to style their web pages. But the style inline styling have higher precedence in styling. It overrides any style before or above the particular line you are using the style for. Then it is more difficult to refactor. I tell you, if you want to refactor your web page after you've done inline styling, you encounter a lot of difficulty because inline styling repeats itself, which is high redundancy. Then it is also called seen as the lowest form of styling. Quickly, we'll go to see an inline code. We'll make a practical, we'll see an inline code, how we can utilize an inline code. So quickly, I'll just go to my VS Code. In my VS Code, I click on create new file. I'll call it using css.html. Okay, good and fine. I'll just do this, my HTML file. So when I'm in the style attribute, let me give you this my form. Good. So I have this. Okay, I have this as a div. And let's give it a div. And this div is an inline style in CSS. Okay, so quickly look at this. If we look at this, we view it from the browser, which is live server. It's live server open with live server. When you view it from the live server, you get to see, so as you can see from the screen, we have the output, and this is an H. This is a style in CSS. But actually, we are not just after that. I want to show you how you can style it, using the style attribute. So I have to come to the div. I want to style. I say style. This is an attribute. Then I can make use of background color. Specify what I specify green. And if I wish to proceed, I have to say color, which is for the color. Put what white, put the color white. Then I save, it will reflect on this page. You see the background color is reflected, and just a moment. Let me restart the live server. The live server is giving me some issues. So the background color is green. Sorry, please. Color is green. Why the color is white? Thank you. That was my error. Okay. So this is how we can make use of inline styling. Now, when you do this inline styling, it means you have to style it on every line you wish to use, and which makes it very difficult for you to style. So quickly, let's look at the other form of styling, which we can call it the internal styling. Let's see what we have in internal styling. In the internal styling, it makes use of the style tag. Now, there's a difference between the style attributes of an HTML tag and the style tag itself. Style has a tag, and all this is what you can see. All this is what you can see. It makes use of selectors. That actually makes use of selector. You can make use of HTML selector, what we call the tag selector. Make use of a class, so you can style an HTML tag based on the class you assign to it, based on the name of the tag, based on the identity given to the tag, or based on the attributes. The attributes can be if it's the placeholder. For example, you want to style the placeholder, write the attribute styling using and selectors. It can be a descendant or it can be a child selector. I won't have the time to explain all these selectors in this video presently, but in a subsequent video, I will consider making a video on how to make use of these selectors. So please, if you really want me to make a video on how to style using these selectors, you can just comment in the comment section, and it will make me expedite the action in creating such videos. Now it initiates style scripting idea. That's this. So quickly we'll see a sample code when we use the internal styling. We want to make use of the internal styling. So quickly we'll go back to our code editor. Which is VS Code. And in this place, remember, I can put my style. Normally, I love using the style tag. Good. I'll do this. Then, actually, I want to style this div. So, I'm just going to style div using this. So, what I'll do in this case, I'll use background color. I'll use background color purple. Good. Then I'll use what font and color. I'll specify the color, and I want the color to be base. Good. Then also I want something in the font family. I want it to be Tiny Roman, which is this. Good. So in this situation, you see there is no changes here, because remember I told you in the inline styling, it has the highest precedence. So there is no style that can override the inline style. Okay, I just repeated this, but in this situation, I'll pull this away to give room for the internal style to take effect. Now you see the internal style has taken effect. This agrees to the fact that inline styling have precedence over any kind of style, except a situation where I have to enforce it using the using the exclamation mark important. You see that in the next discussion. So briefly, I will also look at what we can call the external styling. We'll look at what we can call external styling. And the external styling makes use of a .css file or a CDN, a content delivery network. That is a file that is hosted in a server which is accessible through a URL. Accessible to a URL. And the use of this important, exclamation mark important, make it very vital so that it can override any inline style you want. It is easy to refactor, it is easy to redesign, because if you don't redesign it, you just go to the file of the CSS file and redesign whatever thing you want to redesign. Okay, quickly, let's see an example of this code. Let's see an example of creating styling using the external styling. So the first thing we have to do actually, we have to create a CSS file, of which I'll create here. I call this using underscore CSS, but in this case I use .css, which makes it a CSS file. So I have to create the style. What I want to do, I want to style also the div. I want to style also a div. Um, this I'll give this the background color of this to be red. I've not used red. Okay, then I give the color. I want the color to be. I want the color not to be this aquarine, aquamarine, and I want I want to give it the height. I want to give it the height this time, right? Okay, no, let me not give it the height. Let me give it what you call margin. Let me give it margin. So I'll give it margin top. Actually, I want it to be distance from whatever thing above. I'll call it 10 pixels. Okay, good. Now I have done this. I've done this, but I am not done because I still have something to do in the HTML file, which is in this area. I have to link it. So it is best you link the head section. So you come this way, then what will you do? You link and this you are linking with the CSS. So that is the name of my file is what using CSS .css. Good, that is the name of my file. So what I have to do is, you see, it has taken that's made this to change. Okay, so if I want any stuff, okay, let me just give it a div. I want to create a div. This is internal, and I want to create this div. I'll replicate it. Just Ctrl D, and I'll call this is external. Now styling. Now you see this, but this internal style is it supersedes the the external. So what do I have to do? I have to go back to my external file. Then in this aspect, remember I made mention of importance. Once I make this, it changes. It overrides every other style. So in summary, I've just showed you how you can use your CSS, how you can make use of CSS either as an internal style or as an inline style or internal style or an external style. Please, you are very free to drop your comment. You are very free to drop your question. You are very free to contribute to add more knowledge to this. Thank you very much. In this video, I did not show you using the CDN. So in the next video, I'll show you how to make use of external styling using a CDN. Probably when I make a video on bootstrap styling. Thank you. Do have a nice day. See you in the next video.